Out of love and respect for this little girl who's a victim of abuse, I won't be saying her name or giving out too many details about her and what she is to me, other than she's a relative, a loved one, and I love her, and I really wish I could undo everything that happened. She was abused, and I was arrested for beating up the abuser. I went to where this guy worked, I showed up, and I beat him up. I didn't talk, I didn't say anything other than put your hands up before I started swinging. There was coworkers there, maybe one or two tried to pull me off. Somebody threw a stapler at the back of my head. And I took out my phone because I'm sure somebody would have came up with their own version of things, or, if they have surveillance cameras, they could be tampered with. I don't know. I took out my phone, I recorded me telling him a bunch of things while he was on the ground doing nothing. I just stopped hitting him and I record him.
Family too. Do you hear me?
And right at that moment when I started recording, a police officer came and he said, "Hey, come with me here, talk to me." To my surprise, the officer was very, very calm, because when I went outside, he told me, "Hey, I know exactly why you're here. I know what he did." And he told me I would have probably done the same or worse. The treatment I got from the officers was nothing but respect, and they treated me with dignity. They completely understood where I was coming from. Now, I was taken to jail, and when I was in jail, in the holding facility, I saw that they brought the guy I beat up right after me. He got arrested. They didn't arrest him when he abused my little family member, the one that I did this for. They didn't arrest him when he did it. He got away with it. Perhaps they didn't have enough evidence, whatever the case might be. But the victim was taken to the hospital, and I don't want to get into too many details because it's just really sad. And my family's just devastated. We were all hurt for her. My little girls and her they're very close. They're about all the same age, and it's just really sad. So, back to where I left off, sorry. The whole thing now is me going to court, and I have to tell the judge if I feel like I'm guilty or innocent, and I told the judge, obviously, it's on camera there, and witnesses and testimony and all that stuff, and my own declaration to the cop when he came, and I'm sure that was recorded. I said, yeah, sure, yeah, I'm guilty. I did that, yeah. And I said I have a moral obligation and a duty as a man to protect the little ones in my life. And the judge, of course, said, you're not supposed to go beyond the law and take things into your own hands and do what you do, or do what you did. What I did was wrong, blah, blah, blah. I was given a year probation. I've been doing community service, anger management, and money. Having a criminal record now has affected my life. It's just been really bad. My wife has been very supportive, though. She told me that what I did, she commends me for it. She said, what I did was out of love, and there is no taking back what I did. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because it's already been put out there by the Jehovah's Witnesses amongst each other. They've been coming up with their own stories. Some of it has gone back to my parents. My mother told me of one incident where somebody told her something. She wouldn't tell me who it was that told her, And now I know that other Jehovah's Witnesses are going around saying things. And that's really upsetting because they're making me seem like the guy that I beat up. Like I'm that type of person. I didn't do anything to a child. I protected her from the abuser. I didn't want that to happen. That same abuser, prior to this whole thing where he did what he did to her, had threatened to shoot my mother, had vandalized her property. All this is on police records. And this guy was never arrested. And that was the last straw. That's why I did what I did. I'm a man. There's only so much a man could take. And having no support from the law, this is what happened. Now, this isn't the first time that Jehovah's Witnesses go around making stories up about me. Since I told the elders what had happened to me when I was a kid and that I was abused, they didn't keep it to themselves. The elders went on and told elders from other congregations, and then Jehovah's Witnesses that I knew that weren't elders now knew about my business. Now my business is out there. No privacy. They gave me no respect at all. And now that I'm not going to the Kingdom Halls anymore, since we're no longer going, they feel entitled to say anything, to talk all the shit they want about my wife and I. I'm clearing my name. I know you people have no love for anybody who leaves the organization. You claim you do, but you don't. Because number one, you don't show any sign of loving anybody. You shun and you treat us like we're enemies. What you're doing is defamation. And I have proof of it. I have screenshots. I have copies of emails. Watchtower. I know because there's legal things going on with some other people and it involves me. I know you people are shitting yourselves and you're terrified to death of losing more and more millions. I really don't give a shit about your fucking money. What I care about is the children that are victims in your cult. People that have gone through what I went through. That's what I care about. You show no respect for my family. At the end of the day, you people are the ones that end up looking bad. And to belittle people and to feel better than everybody else, the best thing you can come up with is just talking shit. And sometimes making stories up and exaggerating. Please bear with me. I do get a little bit emotional with this, and I kind of struggle with making videos and talking about this topic specifically. I'm linking this video to my Facebook, and I want those Jehovah's Witnesses that have known me for the probably vast majority of my life that are now even making stories up about me because they know I was arrested and they're creating their own versions of the story, right? Because my wife and I aren't going to the Kingdom Hall anymore. I don't know if we're disfellowshipped or not. But we still have Jehovah's Witnesses in our Facebook and on other social media. It's very inconsiderate for anybody to, number one, know what happened, because if you go online, you'll see what's the reason I was arrested for. But add on to it and make me look like what that guy is. You people ought to be ashamed of yourselves.